Hi, my name is Janek. I go by The Honest Guide, and you may know me from these videos.
It's a scam. It's a scam. Zůstaňte.
Daj mi to.
Ne, nemám pokoj.
Kamarád.
Nejsem váš kamarád.
Hej! No ty kurvo při bankomatě, ty vtupě jebany, ty!
Wow, vy jste ty ženský okradl?
Pojďte zpátky!
Now, we've been busting and filming scammers here in Prague, Czech Republic for some time, and our videos have popped many questions to our viewers. So we told them, or asked them, to write the questions to our Instagram, Real Honest Guide, and here are some of the questions that you, our viewers, have asked. So this is Fuck the Scammers. Why have you started to pay interest in this issue? Well, we are both locals from this city, and whenever a tourist gets scammed by one of these guys, it sheds a bad light, not only on our city, but also on our country and our nation. Tourists will go home and they will say, well, I've been cheated in the Czech Republic, and we simply don't like that. And also, both of us with Honza, we feel like if there's something happening to someone and the person is being tricked, scammed, or their money is being stolen, we should simply step in. Why do the money scammers operate in Prague? Well, there's a simple answer to that. We do not have euro. We still use our currency, which is the Czech crown. Therefore, they can do a trick with taking different money, different notes, pretending, claiming to the victims that it's Czech crowns. And usually tourists are unaware what our bills, our official bills, look like. So they get tricked.
Take it. This is Czech, this is not.
How long do you know about these money scammers? Well, the first time we encountered them was more than 6 years ago. Back then, me and Honza were filming about exchange offices in Prague that have very bad rates. And as we were doing that, we came across a guy who was offering to us to change some money. Back then, we didn't pay much attention to it, but then we realized we should.
Tak jo, tak tohle jsou na ulici. Tak pojďte sem, hoši, pojďte, co děláte? Pojďte, hoši, pojďte. So you are, no, so you are changing money on the street? No, you are, no, you are, come here. Hey, come here.
How many of them are there in Prague? Well, it depends. Some of the money scammers showed up only once for a couple of weeks and they never came back.
Well, guess what? We know who you are and we know what you do. So you don't have to fake it. No, this is okay. We know. No, it's okay. You're on camera. No, you're on camera. You're gonna be on camera. Yeah? You're on camera. Come here, guys.
Zůstaňte stát. Čekáme na policajty. On tam zahodil ty prachy do toho tam.
Some are here almost every day.
I'm change, police come, normal. Police is problem, no you.
And new ones are coming in every day, or new ones that we meet for the first time. Just yesterday, I met this dude. I never saw him before.
Pojďte zpátky! Přijde policie, prosím! Pojďte sem, počkat na tu policii. Počkejte na policii. Vy jste chtěl okrást ty lidi. Prosím, ne, neházejte peníze, pojďte sem! Sakra, on tady hází peníze. Do háje. On je na Masaryčce teď.
That also means that there may be many more we have never seen with Honza, and we simply don't know their faces. But hey, just like Pokemon, we will catch them all.
Protože my vás dostaneme všechny, chápete to? Je vás příliš mnoho, který to děláte na té ulici.
Where did they get all the Belarusian money they used to scam people? Well, the answer is short. They got it from Belarus, but I suppose you want the longer answer. In Belarus, they used to use this currency more than 6 years ago. And then the country decided to have a new currency, and they cut off 4 zeros from the previous one. Therefore, people were left with bills that were worthless. And somebody had the bright idea to keep the bills, not return them to the bank and get almost nothing for them, but to keep them. And not as a souvenir, but as a tool to scam people. And we know, or we think, that the person who had this bright idea is a Polish guy who then later distributes this money to the scammers here around Prague. Do they use other currencies to scam people besides the Belarusian money? Yes, they do. Sometimes they use Hungarian forint because it is very little of a value. A 500 bill of Hungarian forint is equal to like €1. So just yesterday I met a scammer and he had a lot of Hungarian forints. He actually threw it at me. Cool story. We'll unveil it on the future episodes. Where can I meet them in person? Well, here in Prague, most likely just around the corner over there. But we have a map with all the locations. We will link it below the video, but most likely it's in the city center. But thanks to you, our viewers, they are slowly moving out of these popular locations because you recognize them on the places, you tell them you know them, and they have to switch locations, which is making their job much harder. So thank you. What's the worst thing they ever did to you? Well, let's be clear here, they never scammed me, and I think the worst thing they do is they scam people, so the worst has been done to the tourists. But yes, sometimes they spit, sometimes they kick, not only me, but also Honza, and sometimes they try to bite, and they are getting more and more aggressive. Are they aware of their popularity? Yes, millions and millions of people have seen the videos with their faces. So they do get recognized on the street, and it does not make them happy. These people do not want to be famous. They don't want to be recognized. Part of their job description is that nobody knows what they look like. That's the main reason we publish their faces. Now, the most questions that came regarding the money scammers are regarding the police. Why doesn't the police do something? Why don't they put them in jail? Why don't they deport them? Why do you have to do it and not the police? Well, to sum it up, we reached out to the Czech police and this is their official statement.
Situaci samozřejmě řešíme, víme o ní, nicméně problematické je to trošku v tom ohledu, že my, abychom mohli například cizince, toho ruličkáře, vyhostit z území České republiky, tak potřebujeme mít zadokumentované minimálně 3 skutky, nicméně tyto 3 skutky musí být spáchány v době 1 roku. Další situace, jak bychom to mohli řešit, tak by byla ta, kdyby jsme u tohoto ruličkáře měli během 3 měsíců zadokumentovány 3 skutky, ve kterých bude přesáhnuta celková částka se škodou ve výši více než 10 000 korun. Ani tuto podmínku, ani jeden z těchto ruličkářů nenaplňuje. A třetí možnost, kterou my máme, tak je to s nimi řešit v přestupkové rovině, kdy jim můžeme uložit pokutu a nebo je oznámit správnímu orgánu. Nicméně situaci víme, jaká je, víme, že se nám v centru pohybují, budeme se jim věnovat, snažíme se udělat něco pro to, abychom je z ulice dostali, tyto lidi.
But since we film the scammers and quite often call the police, I believe we can answer some of the questions as we experience it on the street. One of them being, what happens if they get caught? Well, I don't know what happens if they get caught by the police because I'm not present, but I know that if we catch them and we call the police, it is almost always a misdemeanor, meaning they will get like a parking ticket fine. We're putting it in this country on the same level. The reason is they're never scamming people for more than €400. And if they scam someone for more than that, it's a felony. But if it's for less, it's a misdemeanor, and all they get is a fine, and the fine is usually 10, 20, 40 euros, something like that. And now, of course, if there's a follow-up question from you, and that is, do they pay the fine? Well, don't be naive. The city district is responsible for getting the money out of the scammer because it's a misdemeanor. And no, they will never get the money out of him. What should I do if I was scammed? Well, first of all, you should immediately call the police at the number 158. It's the state police and they will come to help. If it's already past the scam, in other words, you find out at your hotel or somewhere, reach out to us, ideally on this email, but still, you should report it to the police. You are a victim, you haven't done anything bad, and they are here and they should help you. How many money scammers you film every week? I actually like that question and I wasn't sure about the answer. So I took a calendar and I did a red circle on every day that I've met a money scammer here in Prague. So this is a calendar for 2022 and you may be wondering, well, why weren't they around in January? Well, no, I wasn't around. I was on vacation out of Prague. Have you ever gotten any feedback from the people that were scammed? Yes, usually when we interrupt the money change, people are happy and they thank us because we saved them money. Just recently, 2 girls from UK, I saved them €100.
Just exchange some money with the guy?
Yeah.
It's fake. Come on.
And one time, and this is funny, our viewer got scammed. And I was present, so I got him the money back from the scammer. And then I asked him what happened, and he looked at me and he said, I know you, you're the honest guide, I watch your videos. I was like, how come you were scammed? He's like, well, apparently I didn't see this episode.
So this guy saved me, and thank you very much.
Do they do some other job? Yes, not only they scam with money, but they also do pickpocketing. So no, they don't really have other job, but they do other scams. And I was actually present in a restaurant out of the city center, and I noticed a money scammer I know from the city. So I was paying attention to him. 5 minutes later, my friend said, I don't have my wallet. We caught him, we got the wallet back, and he was very unhappy that I was there to catch him. Since we have been filming these guys for some time, we also got to know them on a personal level. So here are some questions you sent regarding themselves. One of them being, do you know their real names? Yes, we do, but I still rather use the nicknames because Krasimir and Vasilev, I don't know, I rather call him the Spitter and the guy who looks like our Czech president. Where do they live? Well, most of them live in Romania and Bulgaria on some nice locations, but here in Prague they usually stay at very cheap hostels or some dodgy places, for example in Prague 7. We went to visit them there. What does their family think about what they do? Yes, I even know an answer to this, because once I was chasing this guy Salman as he was trying to scam someone, and he had this bright idea of FaceTiming to his family and showing off that I am there with him filming him.
Uite-l pe fratele meu. This is my son.
And you're showing off to him how his father is cheating people in Prague? Your son is shopping with your wife?
Yes, my own.
They were just shopping somewhere and they were like, oh, that's so cool, you know, this guy filming you again. Yeah, hard to believe. Oh, and if you're wondering why does this guy have a nickname Salman, it's because once he was wearing a pink shirt. Salman. Which of the money scammers is the nicest guy? The one that has the nickname of nice guy. He's always very nice to me and polite.
Na.
And now a question that didn't actually arrive to our Instagram, but quite often I see it in the comments under any YouTube video we publish about these guys. And that is, why are tourists so stupid to do that? Well, believe it or not, but tourists are stupid. Including me and Honza. When we travel abroad, we are tourists and we are very vulnerable, and quite often we are stupid. We are unaware of the local things that are happening. So we are an easier target to be scammed, to be tricked. And what these money scammers are doing, it's a trick. So people fall for it. And if you're now sitting behind your computer saying, well, I never fell for a trick, I bet you did. But it was a good trick because you don't know about it. Look, there are people who think that David Copperfield moved the Statue of Liberty or that he walked through the Great Wall of China. He did not. It's a trick, just like these guys are tricking people. Now, to sum it up, the money scammers are very, very unhappy we're making these videos.
Będziesz mnie kurwa pocił, ty kurwa.
Ja was budu i zveřejňovat na internetu.
To będziesz kurwa placił do końca żywota.
Jo?
Ja ci coś říkám.
That's why we will keep on doing them. And for how long? Till the last one man, the scammer, is standing here. Or when he's gone, we will stop. Until then, we will not. So if you like these kind of episodes, we create them every month regarding the scammers. In between that, we show you some good coffee place or a good place for lunch in Prague or some other city around Europe. So you can subscribe. It will make us happy and it will make them really mad. That's a win-win situation.
Chyć mnie za ruku, ty bydlaku jeden, ty kurwa. Chyć mnie za ruku, kurwa.
All right, we should probably wrap it up because I can get fined by the city police for putting my chair here. Probably the same fine as that money scammer right there behind the corner can get for scamming someone for 399 euros. See you next week. And in the end, we will teach you a Czech word, Czech words. That is how to say frequently asked questions in Czech. And that would be často kladené otázky. Často, frequently, kladené, asked, otázky, questions. Často kladené otázky.